Ever wonder why you panic when someone doesn't text back, but also ghost people for fun? Yeah, same. Turns out, it's not just you being a little complicated, it might be your childhood calling. And, oh boy, it left a voicemail. Let's talk about how those tiny humans we once were are secretly running the show in our love lives. Buckle up, we're going deep, and probably blaming our parents just a tiny bit. So here's the deal. When we're kids, we're basically love sponges, soaking up every hug, high five, and awkward silence. Our brains go, this is how love works. And then we carry that version of love into adulthood, like an old hand-me-down sweater. Some of us are still wearing it, even if it's itchy and 2 sizes too small. Let me introduce you to the 5 unofficial, slightly dramatic love personalities we tend to develop. The pleaser. Ah yes, the emotional barista, always serving love, never asking for cream or sugar back. They grew up tiptoeing around angry or critical parents, so now they bend over backward to keep everyone happy. They'll say yes, even when their whole soul is screaming, please say no. Conflict? Nope, they'll bake cookies instead. The victim. Not in a dramatic way, okay sometimes. These folks grew up in chaos, so they learned early on to go quiet and fly under the radar. They're like emotional ninjas. You barely know they're upset until they marry someone who treats them like an unpaid intern. But give them a little self-love and a spine made of titanium, and boom, they glow up fast. The controller. These are the I'll just do it myself crowd. Their childhoods were kind of like Survivor Home Edition. Now, they like control. Control equals safety. They're allergic to vulnerability and think emotions are like glitter, messy, unpredictable, and impossible to clean up. But guess what? Even they secretly want someone to hold their hand and not flinch while doing it. The vacillator. Oh, the romantics. They grew up chasing love like it was a Wi-Fi signal. Just when they got close, it disappeared. So now they fall fast, get all dreamy-eyed, and then spiral when reality shows up wearing sweatpants. They crave closeness, but also fear being let down. And yes, they will overthink your K text for 3 hours. The avoider. These folks were basically raised by emotional cacti. Feelings? What are those? They learned to rely on themselves and built walls so high even Rapunzel's jealous. They'd rather explain their taxes than talk about their emotions. But hey, once they realize feelings aren't fatal, they might just surprise you. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, wait, I'm a bit of all of these, congrats, you're human. The point isn't to shove yourself in a box, it's to understand the blueprint you were handed, so you can remodel it if needed. Because honestly, your childhood may have written the first draft of your love story, but you get to edit the ending. And maybe your next relationship won't feel like a confusing group project where no one knows what they're doing. So, what's your love style? Drop it in the comments. Bonus points if you add your childhood snack of choice. Because nothing says self-awareness like, I'm a pleaser, and I used to eat string cheese like it was spaghetti. See you next time, where we blame our childhoods just enough to heal, but not enough to ruin the Thanksgiving dinner.